Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we are going to be taking a look at Final Cut Pro for the iPad and ask the question, is Apple's video editor worth the subscription money? But first, as promised, a message from our sponsor from yesterday.
Boom, this is the metalhead hippie here, and don't send me your songs. Right on. I don't care about your music. Boom. Boom. Boom to the boom. Because you all suck. And don't send me any money either, and don't email me. Boom. Right on. Boom.
This show. So you're probably a bit confused going, what was all that about? Well, yesterday on the show, folks, I hope you're all doing well, by the way. My name is Jade. I'm a musician and I make videos and I do lots of things on this channel. And yesterday we took a look at this amazing AI that can replicate people's voices, and you can make people say things that they don't want to say. And before we left the show, we set the AI training to be Metalhead Hippie, and that was the result that we got from me just quickly talking a load of nonsense. Shall we play it one more time?
Boom, this is the Metalhead Hippie here, and don't send me your songs. Right on. I don't care about your music. Boom. Boom. Boom to the boom. Because you all suck. And don't send me any money either, and don't email me. Boom. Right on. Boom.
Oh dear. Love you, hippie. We love you lots. And I'm only messing with you, of course. But yeah, creepy stuff, huh? Being able to take somebody's voice, train an AI, and then make it say whatever you want. Or sing and do whatever you want with it. Exactly. I love how it's out of sync as well, Leela. It was like that on purpose for the hilarity. Let's say hello to, if there are any Wart Warriors here in the chat, you can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button down the bottom for $1, and you get access to custom emojis. You can send me an emoji of yourself, and you'll be an emoji as well in the emoji list. Let's say hello. Thanks, Thomas, for popping that in there. Hello, Leela and Thomas, our amazing moderators. Hello, Martha. Welcome to the channel. Hello, Falcro. I caught a bit of your stream today with you polishing your rod. Damn. I was half asleep, though, because it's really early here in Australia. Nice to meet you too, Martha. So you're over at Leela's. So thanks for coming over to the stream. Man, we got a crazy show for you today. If you really want to get an in-depth look at this Final Cut Pro for iPad, we're going to do the deep dive. We're going to do it. Alrighty. And there are the custom emojis. If you're lurking, I see there's people lurking. I know there's people. We love our lurkers, so lurk away or say hello in the chat. It's all good in the hood. Let's jump over and do some quick news stuff quickly. So got some good news over at the Beat community. Nothing much has changed here from yesterday. So looks like Loopy Pros had a big update. That's about all that's here. But guess what, folks? App Sliced is back. Yay! Yesterday, App Sliced disappeared from the interwebs with all the price drops for apps that I look at every day and was like, no! And it looks like they are back. So there, welcome back, App Slice. Let's have a look. What apps are on sale? Fractal Bits is down to 99 cents. We got Sunvox at $2.99. What do we got? Let's go old school here. Vocal Tune Studio down to $14.99. Mark Shana, Mark, it's early in the morning. G'day, Christopher Shana, whatever. Hi, Mike. Mike is our featured artist today, so welcome, Mike. I Can't wait to play his track. He's an amazing artist. He won't come on my show for an interview, even though I've begged him. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Bleece phases down to $3.99. Baby Audio's got Crystalline at $19.99. There's still so many apps on sale at the moment. It is cuckoo for caca. So many good apps. E.g. Pulse is a really cool drum machine. Buttersynth is amazing. The Swarm instruments, yes, we do have you back, my friend. I think all my mods except Thomas has been told. So, all good though. So, it's running a bit slow, App Sliced. Here we go. Anyway, so there's lots of apps on sale anyway. But today, we are going to be having a look at Final Cut Pro for iPad. It's been out for over a month now. It dropped the same day as Logic Pro for iPad. And yes, it's free to download, but yes, it comes with a subscription. It is $5 a month if you're in the US. It is $49.99 a year. So $50 for the year or $5 per month. And you get a month free to trial it, yeah? I've been using it now for over a month, and amazingly enough, compared to Logic Pro, which has had 0 updates, this has had 2 updates. So that's pretty cool. The first update was necessary because the app didn't work for a lot of people. There was a huge problem where, I can show you here, what went down with the first version. So, and amazingly enough, I can take credit for this. I was one of the people on the phone with Apple for almost a week, and they got onto my iPad to try and find out what the problem was. And they went through all the logs of my iPad. They got back to me after a week, and they realized this was the issue. Fixes an issue where the validation of third-party audio unit extensions prevented Final Cut Pro for iPad from opening. Because I have so many apps on my iPad, it was causing a problem. So they found that out, fixed it up, and then they released the 1.01 update, meaning me and Thomas could load it and use it. Hi, Mark Bro. And so just a few days ago, or a week ago, they released their new update. And look at all this stuff. Unfortunately, there's no features, but lots of really nice little fixes and lots of shortcut stuff. So turning, snapping on and off using the shortcut N, move the playhead backward and forward 10 frames using shift left arrow. So if you have a Magic Keyboard or you have a keyboard, any type of keyboard connected to your iPad, now they've added lots and lots of shortcuts so you can navigate around the interface a whole lot easier. And there's so many of them. Well, I think it's like all the way down to here. Where are we? Jog Wheel stuff, so Shift W, and they did a whole bunch of fixes and stuff. So the good thing is, at least for your subscription, Apple are paying attention and they're already updating this. So that's good news. Hello, DeMichael. What's going on? Hello, FPC. Hope you're doing well. All right, let me just start by saying, so I downloaded Logic, Final Cut Pro. I'm going to do that a lot today, trust me. So I downloaded it and was immediately upset when I got it because it wasn't loading. To me, this was biting into my trial. I got a month trial. And here I am sitting on the line with Apple, having to do all this stuff, all this extra work, and let them onto my iPad. They could have taken all my nudes. I don't know. So I felt like, hang on a minute, I'm working for you here. And this is my trial time. And so it was 2 weeks it took for my version of Logic Pro to actually work. So I had a little bit of a salty taste in my mouth, if you know what I mean. But once it was fixed, then I was excited. Why? So I'm just going to say it out the gates. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the workflow of it. And today we're going to explore as much as I can in a period of time on here and talk about the bad stuff. We'll talk about that first, and then we'll talk about all the good stuff because there's a lot of good stuff in here. See what I keep doing? I keep opening Logic instead because it's so similar. Let's close that out. And let's open up Final Cut Pro. So this is the opening screen you would get, except I've got a bunch of projects in here. Hello, Gregory O'Sullivan, yawning away. I've got your code, Gregory. I'll send you that after the show, my friend. This is what you'll see, the Lunar New Year. This is the, I think, the test project you get to play around with when you first install it. And it's got a whole lot of clips in it. They're all HDR clips, and it's got some audio, it's got some effects, and you can mess around and play with this to your heart's content. You can delete this really easily just by hitting the bin, because it's got 385 meg of stuff. And if you got tight on space, you might not want this, yeah? So you can open it, have a play with it, then delete it. Plus, if you ever want to get it back, you can download the project up here, where the little 3 dots are, which in Apple land on iPad, 3 dots mean click me for more. Yeah, so 3 dots means more. You'll see these all over Apple stuff. Yeah, and you can download that project if you choose to delete it, have a play around with it again. Let's open it and have a look at what it does. So I'm going to hit edit. That's how you open up a brand new project or an old project. So if you've got a project you've been working on, whoa, we got movement. The first thing I'm going to do now for this is show you how to stop that. So this is automatically turned on when so I'm just moving my cursor, and you can see the sound is involved in there as well too. Yeah. So how do we fix this? Over in options, you can fix this by, I think it's in here. Where are we? Skim audio scrubbing. And you can turn that off. So now we can scrub without any annoying noise. So pretty easy to turn that on and off in your options over here. So as you can see, this has been pre-made for us. I don't think I'll get a claim playing it because I've seen lots of people play it. We're going to go back to the start. Let's bring this playhead back to the start, and we'll play this clip.
I don't remember the last time I got to celebrate Lunar New Year in the Bay, but I'm glad I'm finally home. Lunar New Year symbolizes the beginning of a new year and represents the desires for a new life. It's a time to reflect and celebrate a year of your hard work.
Boom. Yes, it really has been a good year for iOS video editing. We did get DaVinci Resolve, which I've used extensively as well. And my thoughts, you want to know my thoughts on it now? Let's talk about it now. So there's LumaFusion. The 3 big players are LumaFusion, DaVinci Resolve, and obviously Final Cut Pro. LumaFusion's fantastic. You know, it's continued to evolve. For a long time, it only allowed you to have 3 video tracks. Now we can do 6. Still not enough in my opinion, but it does allow you to use video from an external SD card or from an external hard drive and edit from the hard drive. That's a big bonus for a lot of people who have not a lot of space on their iOS devices. Plus, it works on your iPhone and your iPad. So really good for going backwards and forwards. Very universal. Thumbs up. LumaFusion is fantastic. DaVinci Resolve, big learning curve. Not all the features are there from the desktop version. They kind of are with a workaround. If you go back and watch my show on it, there's a workaround to kind of sort of bring them in, but they still haven't been introduced, but they are updating it heavily. So, and it's free. So that's another bonus with it. It is absolutely free. You can pay the extra $90 payment on top and get some extra filters and things like that, and scenes and text, animated text and stuff, but not necessary at all to use. Whereas this one is a subscription, $5 a month, $50 for the year. But the big downfall that everybody's crying about is that you can't edit video and images and audio from an external hard drive and leave the footage and the media on the external hard drive. That's a big thing for a lot of people. For me, not so much. I got lots of space on this iPad. I don't really care. Plus, I know it's coming. If it works on LumaFusion, it's definitely coming for this. Yeah. So there's just no two ways about it. Do I need it right now? Not really. Still learning how to use it. So that's okay. But they're three fantastic choices. Either one you go with, you're not going to go wrong. We are spoilt for video editing stuff. Let's get that out the way. Okay, so here's our little project. You can see you've got your little media bay here, project media bay. Here's your window, and this is your timeline. It's pretty standard stuff. You can move these things around. So you've got a little arm. You can drag the timeline right out of the picture if you don't want it. Or you can bring it all the way up. Yeah, and you can do that by grabbing this little handle. You can barely see it there. It's just there. Little handle moves this around. Much the same as like LumaFusion has a similar little section. Plus, you can do the same with the media project, the project media and the screen. Flip back and forward, move those easily. And, you know, the other difference between all three of the apps is this actually only runs on M devices for iPads, M1 and M2 devices. DaVinci kind of sort of runs on does it run on 2018 iPad Pro? I can't remember. I think it does. I can't remember. But LumaFusion runs on everything. So there's that as well. You keep in mind. Okay, shall we start with a new project? So this is our little thing. We can delete this. I don't need this. I don't want it. We'll get rid of it. Delete the project. As I said, you can bring it back at any time you like by doing that. We've got some settings up the top corner. Hi, Rhett. And in these settings, there's really only, the only things you need to know about the settings up here are you can clear the render cache, and we'll look at rendering. And you can remove all downloads. So you can currently see this will delete all content downloaded to Final Cut Pro on this device. So here's the thing, whatever you import, so if you import, you can import stuff from an external hard drive into a project. That's no problem. But remember, it goes onto your iPad. And you can see here, we now have 794 megabytes of stuff within all these projects I have, which are now downloaded onto the iPad. But that's cool. So you can, with one click, you can just get rid of them. Clear render cache. This will clear render cache for all projects on this device. So what rendering is if you have a bunch of clips in a timeline, you can select a whole bunch of them and hit render, and it will render them down. So it'll essentially mix them down so they're taking up less space in the project if your iPad's running sluggish. And that will create a render cache of created things. The only other setting in here is for your jog wheel. You can change it from clockwise to counterclockwise. We'll look at that soon. Here's your account. You can manage your subscriptions, all that kind of stuff, your projects. That's really it. Let's create a brand new project, shall we? So down the bottom is your new project page. Boom, done. You can rename your project. We'll call it demo. So there's our project rename. Easy as pie. You've got timeline settings. You can just leave this to automatic. Automatic sets the orientation, resolution, and frame rate to match the first clip that you add to the timeline. After the first clip is added, you can no longer change the frame rate. So that's how automatic works. Or you can click on this and go to custom, and here's where you can get jiggy with it, yeah? You can do whatever you want. You can change, you've got up to 4K, 1080p, 720. We'll leave it on 1080p for now. You can go landscape or portrait for if you want to do your little shorts or your little TikTok things. Easy, you can change the portrait or landscape. You've got a color space, so you can use HDR if you've been recording videos with an iPhone or an iPad. Choose the HDR, you've got SDR. And your frame rate. I always go with 30 because then if I add some slow-mo footage, it's going to be okay at 60, slowed down. It's kind of even, but you've got all these frame rates here, all these frame rates. And then once you're done, you hit continue. And here's where you get the option to first import photos from your Photos app, import from files, which will bring up the Files app, and you can go and look at external hard drives, whatever's in your Files app, your camera, or just a blank canvas. We'll just start with a blank canvas, shall we? Done. Here we are. No media, nothing, ready to go. We can import whatever we want. And let's start across the top here. These are your sections. So if I want to import some media, the little arrow down with the square, I can click on this and it'll give me the option to import from my Photos app or from my Files app. So let's do that. I'm going to go to my Files app, and in here I can select from one of my external hard drives. So here's my SSD that is plugged in, and I'm going to scroll. Where am I going to scroll to? I'm going to try and find, let's see. I'm sure I've got some footage I shot with my drone in here. Somewhere in here, somewhere. It's probably called something like drone footage. Loopy drone footage. Here we go. So I've got a bunch of drone footage in here. Let's take, I don't know, we'll take this one. We'll take this one. We'll just grab a bunch of them. 103. We got, oh, this one looks nice. Big, high shot. This one's 3 gig. We'll leave that one. It's probably a bit big for now. What else do we have in here? Here we go. We got this one that spins around me, I think. That'll do for now. So I've just select, you can see they've got a tick on them, and now hit open. And this will add from my external hard drive these 4 clips, and you can see they're downloading from my hard drive. So yes, you can import from an external. They just move them across onto the iPad. Hello, Feisty Feather. Hope you're doing well. Heather and Psycho, what's going on? Apple Video Editor. This is what we're using today is Final Cut Pro, which is not, like, the thing is, this is not Final Cut Pro, the full version on Mac, but it's pretty damn close. So we've got our video clips in here, yeah? That's nice. Let's bring in some audio. Yeah, let's bring in some audio. Same method here. Click our little button, and I'm going to go to the Files app again. And this time, I know I've got audio in Audio Share. So I've got lots of music in here I can grab. Let's see if I can find one of my songs. Maybe like, let's do a search. Me and My Brain, maybe. Here we go. Me and My Brain. No, Me and My Brain. Let's do a search for brain. Well, that's interesting. No such song. What about Dread Circus? Let's do that. Wow. Dread Circus, nothing. We'll do a search for Me and My Brain. There's FMC. We don't want FMC. Here we go. Me and My Brain. That looks okay. Me and My Brain 4. Let's try this one. So I'm going to insert this audio. It looks a little bit. Let's have a play, see what it sounds like. I'm going to have a play of this. I don't know what to say. Well, it's just a vocal. Isn't that great? We don't want that then. So now let's show you how to delete one of these. If you hold down on here, on this file, you can delete from project. You get a bunch of objects like options like reject, export to. So we don't want this. Let me find, let's just jump over to Audio Share, and we'll find a Me and My Brain that's actually working. See, I should have prepared something earlier, shouldn't I? No. Let's do a brain. Me and My Brain. That's vocal. What's this one? Cool, that's the one we want. Now, I wonder, let's try this, because I haven't tried this. I don't know if this will work. Let's see if we can drag a file in here. See, we're going to try things on the fly today. It may not work. Let's put brain in here, audio share, and it doesn't come up with it again. That's nice. Let's go for me and my brain. It was number 3, I think. The fair way down past FMC. Where are we? I really want to have this song in here because it's going to go well with what we're doing. I don't know why the search is not working in the Files app. Files app has been a mess since yesterday. Kindercore, it's definitely before Gospel of Hate. Oh, here we go. Me and my brain, me and my brain. Number 4, I think it was this one, yes. Can we drag a file in? Look at that. We can. That worked beautifully. So you can drag audio into your project as well. Good news. And now that we've got some music, we've got some video in here. Let's have a look at these clips. So when you click on any of these clips, you are given a preview straight away. So you can see what's going on. You can drag just by dragging your mouse and get a quick look at what is happening. Yeah. Hello, I have an idea. And Pookie, what's going on? So yeah, I'm just dragging. Plus, check this out. With the Apple Pencil here, yeah, I don't even have to touch. I'm not even touching the screen. It's like about this far off from the screen with this new iPad M2, and you can just drag and not even touch anything. Pretty impressive. So I really love this. Yeah, I've got the update, Mark. It's all good. And now we can take a look at this clip, and we can trim it in here before we drop it in here. So I can grab this. We can trim the clip. Say I want to stop it there. I don't want the whole lot. Let's have a look at it. Go back to the start of the clip. Nice. There's our clip. So there's our first clip ready to go. And here's what's really cool with editing these. So if I move off this clip now and then come back, it's going to stay like that. So it remembers what you've done here. You also have all these cool options, like you can reject parts of the clip. So you can remove them and make sure they're rejected. So we'll cover all that kind of stuff. You can also even name these things. So you can give them names. We've got a, that went well. Whatever happened there. But look at that. It remembered what was going on. I better just close some things out because I do this all the time. I start shows and have all this complicated stuff running in the background, which is very stupid of me. So there was a fascinating crash there. We can go in and where am I? We want to change that. We can favor clips. So we can go in here and favor it, and you'll see it gets this little line, this little green line above it, which means now it's favored. So if I want to go in and find favorite tracks, I can set media types to favorite and this kind of stuff. We can give these things keywords. Let me just go into select here. Oops. Select, and we can edit and reject. We can favorite. So we can do all this stuff by using the pencil down here, and we can give it a favorite, a keyword, and so the key is the keyword. See? You see what the Apple did there? So when we click on it and hit key, now I can go in here and write drone. And I can add as many keywords as I want. And add another keyword and write Jade. So now this particular file has this keyword. And now I can click on the next shot. Let's have a look at this. So this is an overhead shot. And we can give this some keywords. So we've already got the drone in here, so we can select that. and then do, what do we do? Sky. So that's got a, oh man. Hey, Apple, there's some problems with your keywords with the latest update. Jesus. That's not working too good. It's still saving them. I don't know why. We've got another clip here, leaving me standing up. So we can go in here. Let's see if the keywords work for this one. We've got drone, Jade. We can close that. So you can go in and add all your keywords. And now once you've added keywords, hi, Chad, you can go in here and start to look by keyword. So anything that's got drone in it will only appear in here. Yeah, so really nice stuff. You can decide by media types. So I can only select audio, and it'll only show any of my audio clips that are available. And let's just show all media. We'll get rid of these keywords first. If I go show audio, you'll see only my audio is sitting here. So really good with all the keywords. You can show favorited clips. If you really want to get into all of that, you can do all of that. It's really neat. Yeah. And you can see when you've given these a keyword, each of these little files get a little particular color so it means they've got a keyword attached to them. There's just a lot of really nice little details in here that make this really, really nice. So you can select groups of clips as well. If you want to delete groups of clips or edit groups of clips, delete. So you can do all of that. You can change the view of these. So you can change it so they all show their full aspect ratio. So now we're seeing the 16:9. Or you can change it to show clip names. So if you're not sure what the clips are, but you remember their names, you've got name tags underneath, which is nice as well. You can go back to, you can sort by the import date, duration, media types. You've got lots of options there for your files. Let's take a look at importing these into a project. So we already edited this one down. So we want to bring it into the timeline. There's 3 different ways you can bring in something into the timeline. We can grab it from here and drag it. Now you can drop it anywhere, and it's always going to go to the start. Let's undo that. You can also grab it from here, but if you do that, it is going to import the entire clip. Yeah? So the other way is to use the append section. So you can see here we've got this little append button. If I click that, that'll import the clip in also. And what's really cool about this append is a little drop-down box which gives you more options. Different ways you can import clips. So you can overwrite at playhead, you can insert at playhead, or what we call connect at playhead. Let's choose connect at playhead. We'll move the playhead halfway down this other file, and let's import this. So we'll select this one, hit connect, and it puts it above. So this is for B-roll, yeah? So nice and easy to set up your B-roll. Let's undo that. The other way also is you can just drag this in above as well and place it wherever you want. Yeah, so lots of options for bringing in video clips. Let's undo this. Let's edit this one here. Let's see what's going on here. So we've got a loop-de-loop around me, which is pretty boring. Here's another sky shot. Let's have a look at this. So this is a takeoff. Let's edit this. We don't need this takeoff. So we'll crop this. We'll take it from about there where it takes off and we're moving. And I think we'll just trim this till it gets to the point where it turns to there. That should be enough. And now we can bring this in and put this to insert a playhead. Or we want just append. Let's go back to append to storyline. Doof. There is our next clip. But now you see, there we go. So we've got our clip. It stopped where we wanted it to go. And now if we have a look and play, so here's where our play options are underneath our video. We can see our clip starting to take shape. Let me just have some coffee. All right, let's bring in another clip, shall we? So we've got a bit to work with. We'll take a look at this one here because we've got some nice shots in here over a river. Here we go. All this is pretty nice. So we'll start about here, like so. And we'll bring this in. But let me introduce you to the jog wheel. So you can see I'm doing all this by dragging these arms, yeah? Let me introduce you to the jog wheel. So first, I'm going to bring this out. There's a few other ways you can cut stuff. If I put a marker right here, and watch what happens. We've got these two arrows down here. Watch what happens. You see that? Let's undo it. Oops. Redo that. We'll put that back. Oops. We'll put this back to how it was. So you can move your marker to where you want to start this. So we'll go to about here. We've got our marker set there. And now you can just chop this instantly like so, just by using one of the arrows. And then we can move to here where we want to stop this. Let's see, we'll take a look. It kind of goes around the river, around, and we'll kind of stop it there at that bridge. Put a marker, hit here, and now we've trimmed that instantly. So you've got lots of options for trimming stuff, but let's talk about this sucker down here. Probably see this little thing down here, which you can turn on and off up at the top. This is the jog wheel, and this thing is what sets, I believe, Logic Pro apart from the rest. When we click on it, we're given this playhead, right? Now, if I have this clicked, wherever I have this clicked right here on this file, the playhead, you can actually do it there. Can we do it here? I'm pretty sure we could do it there. Playhead. All right. So if I, while your marker's on here, this is where you do it. So I'm taking my finger, yeah, taking my finger, and I can now move this within the clip. So let's go in here, put our marker, and you can see I'm moving this within the clip, yeah, up here. And you can see these little arrows are over here as well. So they're over there in the jog wheel as well. And you can drag the jog wheel. You can even click the handles, and you can control the handles as well. So the jog wheel is crazy, crazy good. So let's come back over here. We'll insert this clip. We'll close the jog wheel for now. Let's import this. We'll append it. Now, if we hit append, it's going to go to the end of the last clip. Whatever you import is going to go into the last clip. Let's add some music. So here's our audio clip here. I'm not going to trim it or anything. We're just going to hit append and watch where the music clip goes. It went up there, and that's not where we want it to go. So let's undo that. Let's drag our music down below. So now any music clips or audio or anything like that that you add is going to go underneath. And you can see down here there's a little microphone icon letting you know that that is music. So now if we go back to the start, we've got some music. And it's starting to look like a video. I'm going to jump ahead to something really fun. Are you ready? Okay, so one of the things that this has above anything else, firstly, let's so these clips, you can see they're taking up a bit of space here on the timeline. We can make the timeline a little bit bigger if we want. Or what we also can do is head over here to the options and go down to our appearance. So you see up here, appearance, and we can change the clip height. We can make these smaller or larger. So you can bring these right down. So you've got, because once you start building clips on top of clips, and trust me, I've tried this, I had at least 20 video clips stacked on top of each other, and it was still running amazing. So, and they were all 1080p. I wasn't going for 4K yet, but very impressive. Also, while we're in here in this section, since we've added audio, you can now turn on your audio meters, and you'll see over here to the side now we have some audio. We can move our jog wheel. This jog wheel is wicked too. You can move this up and down the left-hand side, or I can put it over here to get it out the way. Click on it any time. There's your jog wheel. Depends on if you're left hand, right hand. Hit close, move it back over here. Jog wheel is just wicked. Yeah. So we've got that out the way. Now you can see over here we've got this little audio meter. So if we hit play. Oops. Now we've got audio showing. Nice little feature there, so we can just see if anything's peaking, hitting the red line. And you can see when I move my icon, it's stopping. So this thing's just I really love this app. The workflow is so beautiful. Okay, now let's do something fun. Let's take this to the start of the clip and show you something that is in here that no other video editing app on iOS has, and that is the pencil. So up the top here, you can add this, and it brings you to whatever clip you have selected. Let's close this. So I'm going to select this clip. We're going to go up to the pencil, and now it's taken the start of my clip here with me sitting there looking ultra depressed out in the sun, touching grass. Yes, I do leave my house occasionally. And now I have my pencil in my hand. This is awesome. So I'm going to now show you the split screen so you can see. And with my pencil, you can choose whatever you want. You can choose the color, different styles of pencils. If you've used anything on iOS, you would have seen this before in your Notes app or in Photos. And I can write on here. Well, let's not use that color. We'll use this one. I'm going to write take off with an exclamation point, and now hit done. And now when I hit play on this clip, is that fucking cool or not? The ability to draw over and draw anything you like is absolutely sensational. Plus, you've got the option now. You'll see it's added a new clip up the top here. And this is that clip. You can drag this clip out so it goes longer. Let's take this back to the start. So it's still going to be the same pace, but it just stays on the screen longer. So you can decide. We can bring it right back here. So you see when I shortened it, it got a lot faster, the writing. Now we can go in here, now that the clip is selected, and here is the inspect button. This is the first time I'm going to show you the inspect button. This is where you're going to spend a lot of time in Final Cut Pro. So, and now that we have this clip selected, we can change the opacity of the writing. Yeah, so you can see the opacity. We can change the time of it. We can change the blend mode. So like you would in Photoshop, you've got all these different blend modes you can select. We can change also the size of it. So we can go in here and shrink it, make it full screen. So with the inspector, you have normally tabs across the top here. So you normally have like the actual video. You'll have your transform, so changing the shape, skewing the image, and you can add effects to these as well. Yeah. But in here, we can change, see this section here called Draw On? We can change how long it takes to actually make the writing appear. So now you'll see it's slowed right down. But now, because the clip's so short, we're not getting it all in there. So if we, let's bring this a little bit further to about 6 seconds. And did you see that? Look closely. When you hold down on anything time related, after a while, it stretches out. You'll see if I can get it right. See it stretch there? So you can fine tune even further. So the longer you hold down, you'll get that option. It'll stretch out a little bit and you can really fine tune. So now when we play the clip back, that text is nice and slow. Wonderful stuff. You've got a color conversion thing in here, so you can change the brightness of the text. You can change the color. I mean, it's pretty crazy. You can go in here with this, and we've got cropping tools. So you could do Ken Burns effects with the text as well. Let's scroll back over here. So you can do a Ken Burns effect. And if you've ever seen what a Ken Burns effect is, let's show you. So you've got two windows. The one in the middle is the beginning crop. Let's, what happened there? Let's go back here. Ken Burns, let's do our Ken Burns effect just to show you. So this is our middle one. And we can, I don't know, start off with the take. And then it'll end on the off, right? So if we go back here now and play this, kind of doesn't work with, see how it gets larger? Ken Burns effect. You know what the Ken Burns effect is if you've ever used it. But you can do that with everything, videos, photos, all this kind of stuff. It's pretty damn cool. Let's go back here. We've turned off our Ken Burns effect. You can crop this, so we can go in and we can make the writing a lot smaller. Yeah, so you can do all of that stuff. Let's scale to fit. No. Auto crop. No, we want this. Give me. There we go. So pretty damn cool stuff. You can reset this at any time. Yeah. You can also distort it if you want. And you can do this with any video as well. So you could grab a corner and distort this. So now when we hit play, that writing's distorted, yeah. You can skew it any way you want. You can reset it. You can skew it like mad. Go like this, drag out these. So you can really get crazy with your skew morphing. Or you can just punch in the numbers. With anything like this, if you've got an option to drag, you've got numbers up here as well to type in and hit enter, and that'll reset. You've got resets everywhere, which is nice. Reset. Done. And as I said, you can add effects. So in here, you've got things like masks, keying, color adjustments. So you can change the brightness, you can blur these effects, and you can do this with all videos, photos, everything you like. Let's jump out of here for now. And let's talk about dragging, resizing stuff. Let me put my pencil down. What are we at? So we might go for a little bit long. If you guys want me to go a little bit longer than today, because Mr. Smith was due to play after me today, but he's had to cancel the show. But if you really want me to go in and cover a bunch more stuff, when we'll add an extra half an hour to the show, let me know. So you've got a good idea on if this is worthwhile for you. Okay. Now that we have clips in here, and now that we have music in here, right? So down the bottom, we've got music. We've got 3 clips. We've got a drawing on here. All good. We might want to move these things around. Now, there are 2 modes for importing clips and moving around your timeline. Yeah. So currently we are set to, let's show you in the options. It's called position. So we are set to the automatic like snapping timeline. So whatever you drag into the timeline here, let's grab this clip here. If I just drag it here, it's going to go to the end. Let's undo that. I did the wrong thing here. I got ahead of myself. So you can see here we've got position. When I click this, position on or off. Yeah. So if I grab this and drag it down here onto the timeline, it's always going to go to the end. Always going to go to the end. No matter if I put it here, it's going to snap to the end back here. Let's remove that. Now, if I change this to position and drag this in here, it's not going to do that. It's going to put it where I want to put it. And you'll notice what it's put in the middle here is this clip called gap. So this allows you to just say you have a timeline that is already running at 5 minutes and you don't want to change anything. You can insert a clip and it'll keep this little place marker here, which means now I can take this out of here and move it over there, and it's going to put an even wider gap. So these are the difference. Now, a lot of people will may get confused using this kind of method. Let's undo this. But most people will use the automatic function where you just bring in a clip and it drops into the frame. The difference is once you've got these clips in, if I now move this, it reorganizes wherever I move this to. Right, but it doesn't work the same way in position. So now if I take this and want to move this over here, it'll chop off. So it'll overwrite a clip. So the two methods are quite different. Most people are going to use the snapping version, but LumaFusion has the same kind of thing as well. So let's have a look at resizing. So here we have this clip here. I want to resize this. Watch what happens when we resize it. So that resizes and the clip after moves along with it. So it's the same thing for anything here. So if I change this, all the rest of the clips move along with it. Now, if we have this in the opposite, the position mode, and I move this, it adds in one of these blank gap modes for me to put in another clip and replace it, yeah? So that's the difference between doing that. So really easy to move clips around. You can select multiple clips just by clicking and dragging. So I can now take these two clips and bring them over here and it'll swap them around. Or I can take them back. Really easy to move stuff around. The other way you can select clips is by hitting the tick down here, and now you can select individual clips that aren't connected to each other. And now I can move these around, right? Cool stuff. I can select all, and it'll select everything in here, or I can deselect all. So that's a little tick button down the bottom. Let's talk about other ways of editing clips. So you have a split tool. These tools down here are your splits. Obviously, you've got a bin down here. So if you want to delete this, if I wanted to delete this clip, I just done. It's deleted. Let's bring it back. But you also have a split tool. So if I drag this in the middle of the clip, I can now split that. Very easy. And this is our split. Also, what I can do is if I move this halfway through this clip and choose this, watch what happens. It removes what was before. I actually didn't mean to do that. Let's do that with this one. So if I click this, put the marker in the middle, and then click down here, it takes the last half off easily. Undo. Do the opposite side, and it removes the half that. So really, really fast editing kind of stuff available for you with these. So lots of fast editing things. Plus, let's quickly jump over here. You'll see up the top here we have this clip section. You have options in here as well. So we have a range, clip, and edge. Let me show you the range one first because the range one's wicked. So if you select range, select this clip, and now if I hold down, hold down and drag, now you see the handles now, they've changed. See how the handles are a little bit different? Let's go back to clip and clip. See the handles here? They've got the little lines on them. But if we change to range, the handles change completely. And now I can drag in here and we now have a section in here that I can change in here. So I could, if I wanted to, go in here and bring down the volume of just this little part, right? Or change a certain thing in just in this little bit of the clip. So I could go in here even in that range and just even, I don't know, change the opacity. Will that work? Whoops, bring this over here. So you'll see in there, the opacity's gone down just in this part of the clip. Did that work? I don't think it worked. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's bring that opacity back up. But you can go in and you can select certain parts of the clip in here and do really cool things. So that's our range. Plus we have this edge section, right, which grabs both of the connecting clips and moves them together. So let's grab. So you can see I can move this now and it'll extend the clip in the front. And so you've got so many really cool options to mess with clips. If you've got more at the end here, it will extend that out. There's just so many really nice little features that are hidden away. Everything's like hidden away neatly inside this app, which makes it really, really cool. Let's close this inspector. Okay, what else do we got here? Let's take a look at our volume. So here's our audio track down the bottom here. And if we click on volume, this gives us the overall volume of this particular audio file. So if we hit play, I can turn this down and you can see the volume going down. Let's make that a bit bigger for you. Bring that up. Hit play and you can see and what's really lovely, right? See the volume here. You can see when things are peaking. You can really see when things are peaking when you've got something that's going over your volume. It's really fantastic. And of course over here we've got our little indicator saying that the song's peaking. So you know if you're too loud. But wait, this is wicked. This is what sold me. See you later, Psycho 7. This is what blew me away. So you'll notice now that I've got, if we click on the video clip up here, let's click on this. So when we're on the video clip, you'll see up here, we've got these options, clip, range, and edge. If I click on the video clip, the audio clip, we've got our range. Okay, so we can come in here and select our range. Let's do that. Let's use the range here on the audio. And I'm going to drag, oh, hang on, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Let's bring our volume here. And what I want to do, you'll notice up here now we've got keyframe. Let's talk about keyframing. Are you ready? This is sick. If I go in here, we've got a keyframe. We can do a range with a keyframe, right? And I can do this. Let's go in here, range. And we can drag a range in here with our audio. Let's zoom out. Say we choose this section of the song, and I can grab this volume now and pull this down. Say you've got a talking part over this and you want the volume to drop a little bit, like we can pull down that volume. And what it's done is it's added a keyframe in here, an automatic keyframe. Let's zoom in and show you what it's done. Look at that. So if you don't know what a keyframe is, you've never dealt with keyframes before, you can put these little points in to your keyframes. So this will be a start point, and then you can add another point, and from point to point, you can animate things. So basically, it's done it all for you. It's made a little volume removal, and while we're here, you can play with this even more, bring the volume down. You can make it louder in this section if you want. Plus, if we open up our jog wheel, if I now select, let me see if I can do this, make sure I'm doing this right. If I now just select that section, you can go into the key wheel. Let me bring this down. Oops, we're in the browser. And I can actually move these around, right? And I'll show you how to do it. There's a little arrow. It's kind of hard. I can't do both. I have to leave the mouse down here. Up the top, see how I just flicked up here? Let's do this again. And it now says keyframe on the jog wheel. I can now move the keyframe. See the little keyframe moving with the jog wheel? And I can select different points of this as well and really get super tight stuff. It's very, very cool. We can also move the points. Oops, come back over here. I can't even remember how to select these now. There's so much for me to fucking remember. Oh yeah, so we got to go in here. I think it's we go back to. Do we go back to range? I can't remember how to do it now. Come here. Can we select those? But you can actually select these, and there we go. We're moving the whole thing now. See that? So we can move the entire keyframe around. It's really, really cool. Let's get ready for hosting book club. See you later, Leela. So yeah, you can really mess around with keyframes a hell of a lot. Plus, let's go over here. You can add keyframes wherever you want as well. So you've got pluses down here. Let's set our marker. We've got a plus. I can add new keyframes. I can delete keyframes. I can add keyframes. Let's go back to keyframe. So I can hit the plus down here and add a keyframe. Move this wherever I want. Add another keyframe. And you can do all sorts of things with animation with your keyframes. Same with video as well. We'll cover that in a second. Let's kill these keyframes. You can move between them with the arrows here. So super easy to move between keyframes in your audio clips. Now remember, we're in an audio clip here, yeah? So this is all audio. Let's quickly open up the inspector and show you the options you have with audio here. So in here, you can add volume, right, this way. And you can go up 12 dB in volume up here. So you've got an offset of up to 12 dB. Plus, you can go here and add more volume. It's ridiculous, the amount of volume. If you need volume, you have plenty of volume. Bring this back down so it's a bit more normal. You've got your panning in here. Plus, if you'd like to do fade-ins and fade-outs, let's zoom in. So I didn't really show you that either. So to zoom in around your projects, super easy. You just pinch. Pinching, really easy to zoom in and out. Let's show you the fade in. So you just click here and just move it. And you can see it animate down the bottom. There's your fade in. And the same for fade out. And you can change the transition. How many dB? You can do an S curve if you want, which, God, I don't think any other one has an S curve in here. Beautiful to have an S curve. We can go right to the end of the clip as well and show you a fade out here. We can choose an S curve here, and you can see as we go up, you can see that fade out happening. Really easy to do fade ins, fade outs. You've got voice isolation. So if you've got a vocal that's got some sound, got a bit of noise in the background, you can click on voice isolation. It'll kill the back. If you've got a fan running in the background and you've recorded a voiceover, you just hit this little voice isolation. Trust me, it works beautiful. You've got a loudness, you've got noise removal. This is just a basic noise removal. And down here for audio, you have an EQ and a compressor. There you go. That's all you need. You've got a simple EQ, single band EQ, and a compressor if you would like to add those. Up here, you can select mono or stereo channels, so you can change these. And if you've got multiple audio clips, and this works for video as well, you can copy any of these audio. So you've set all these audio settings. You can copy audio settings and then paste them onto another audio track. Super, super smart stuff. Let's go back to the start of this and show you. Oh, also, you see the little eye up here where it tells you the name of the track and the duration. If you click the eye, you can decide here if this is a music track or an effects track, and it'll change color appropriately. So now we know this is a music track, and if we wanted to make it an effects track, it would change color with a little effects icon. So lots of little cool things you can do just to differentiate what types of files they are. And again, the other one is for spoken word. So really, really, everything's just so neat in this. I think that's what I like the most about it. Okay, let's listen to that fade in. Nice. Wicked stuff. Let's have a look at some clips. Let's look at what we can do with clips. Let's click on this first clip and go into our inspector and take a look at the things that are in here. So clearly we have things like clip speed. So when you click on this, you get heaps of options. Hello, Princess. You can change the real-time duration of the clip. And look at that. It actually will make the clip shorter or longer as you go. So now when we go back and play this clip, we've just slowed down the clip perfectly. Look at that. So it's now running at 17% of its normal speed. And look at that, in real time, it adjusts the power of the iPad Pro M2. See you later, Martha. Thank you for hanging out. You can also change the duration in here by typing into the little calendar, the little calculator thing. Video quality, I'm not sure actually what that does, but we can reverse the clip. So in our clip speed, we can go in and hit reverse playback. It'll reverse the clip. We can insert a freeze frame. So if I like this little freeze frame here of this shot, you move your marker to where you would like. Let's go in here and move our marker. I like that shot right there. So now if we go in here to our clip speed and hit insert freeze frame, did it do it? Where is it? Where's my freeze frame? We didn't do it. Okay. Oh, I've got to have a clip selected. Oh, I've got to have this clip selected, don't I? Dickhead. So click and look at that. It has just put in a nice freeze frame there. And off we go again. So you can resize this as well, however long you want it to go for. Really neat. That's just, you know, I like it more than LumaFusion Mini vibes. I think it's much cleaner. I've been using it for everything lately, so it's definitely my go-to. And in here, so we've got this this freeze frame selected. If I wanted to like now keep this, I can go over here and select current frame, and I can save that frame to my photos. I can choose a TIFF, a PNG, or a JPEG. I can choose the color. Let's do that. Export, and it crashed. Well done. I don't know why it's crashing, man. I swear to God, it's like my iPad fucking knows when I'm streaming to just do dumb shit. I don't know what that is. Because I have used this thing every day. You know what I'm saying? And not had one crash. And here we've had 3 crashes. And I use it every day. So I've got no idea why that is the deal. Let's do an export. See, that time it worked. And we can either save it to photos or save it wherever you want. Done. So that's our little still frame saved. Let's go back over here to this clip and look at what else you can do in the inspect section. So clip speed, blend mode, we can change the opacity, yeah. We can change the blend modes, normal kind of stuff, blend modes. Color conversion, so you can choose manually the brightness, HDR brightness. So look at that, instantly we change this HDR clip up a little bit brighter. Rate conversion, so you can change to the nearest frame blending. We can also transform our images just like we did earlier with the text. We can make this larger, smaller. We can go boom, make it smaller. We can make it full screen. We can scale to fit, scale to fill. We can change. We can rotate. Easy to rotate. Set this, hit reset back to normal. We can set an anchor point. So we can go in here and change the anchor point to over here. So you can do all that same stuff. You can do your crop tools. You can do a Ken Burns effect, auto cropping. Auto cropping is what you would use for. It's a really cool feature that you can use for your long form content. You can distort your image. All good. Hi Joe, I didn't see you there, Joe Glenn. Also, we've got layers and we can add effects. We can do color adjustments. So if you hit color adjustment, you get all this. Your exposure, your contrast, your brightness, your saturation, highlights, black points, shadows, warmth, mid-tone colors, shadows. You've got a whole heap of stuff in here. So you can go in, grab your contrast, change all that up, your exposure, make it a bit brighter. And again, if you hold down for a period of time, you'll be able to fine tune this stuff. Let me just move and see how we can now fine tune even finer than before. So there is your color adjustments. You can add things like blurs. You've got your focus point, radial blurs, stylizers, noise, pixelates, distortion, fisheye stuff. There's so much stuff in here. It's ridiculous. We're going to get to this, masks and keying. I know that's going to come up in a sec. So that is where we do our green screen keyers. We've got green screen keyers, corner masks to scene removals. So it can attempt to remove scenes if you've got a blank background. Okay, so those are the main sections for effects and all that kind of stuff. You can do that with all video clips, all photos, all line drawings, all that kind of stuff. Plenty of things there. Let's quickly look at the animate section. So now that we have this clip, let's choose this clip here. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. It's a bit dull. Go in here and just change this to a manual 100%. It's a little bit brighter now, that clip. The animate button. If I click animate, you'll see it brings up this little line down the bottom, and you can see it's for that particular clip. This is where we can add our keyframes. And again, your pluses are down the bottom here for keyframes. So I can move the playhead where I want to add a keyframe. Let's do it here. Hit the plus, adds a keyframe. We can use the jog wheel to move along add a keyframe. Jog Wheel's beautiful for this because you can really fine tune where you want to add your keyframes. And if you change this to keyframe, you can actually move the keyframes around. See that? How cool is that? So if you've placed a keyframe in the wrong place, you don't need to delete it. And if I just flick it with my finger, how look at that. I just flick it back. Whee! Whee! So you can lock onto keyframes and move them around exactly where you want them to go. Really nice. Tap again and you're back into normal keyframe mode, back into normal jog wheel mode. And like for this, we can take this, and when you move your jog wheel, you'll see once it's on a keyframe, it lights up. So you know you've got your keyframe selected. See, that one's lit up. So now that we're here on this keyframe, let's go in here and do an opacity. We'll turn this down. So now when we hit play, we get our little fade in. So that's how you do a fade in. Nice and easy. It is so much slicker. It definitely is. The jog wheel is like, it's a thing, man. You know how Apple just add these things that you go, oh, I never thought of that before. The jog wheel's sexy as fuck. I really do love the jog wheel. And you can do all your usual stuff. You can animate things. So if I brought in a little image, you can move that around. We're going to do that in a second. So look, I think that's basically most of the stuff. I'm not going to cover multicam. The only other thing I will show you quickly is we'll move this here. So once you've got your keyframes, you just turn off the animate screen and that disappears for you. Let's see if we can do this. Because with the iPad Pro, yes, and the iPad M2 Pro has an amazing camera on it. You can shoot footage live straight in. So up the top here, we've got a camera. And now it's going to show the back of my desk here, which is a bit grubby because there's dust. Let's see if I can spin this around. I've had to unhook it. All right, so we can try and get the... So you've got options to record with this. I'm going to hit record. And you can record slow-mo video. I mean, the option's great. Let's try and get the green screen in. Because I can crop this now. So we've recorded straight in. And now that that's done, I can hit done. And up here you can choose what kind of 4K, 1080p. I mean, you've got a lot of cool options in here. Turn on your light, hit done. And that has added our video up here. So now we can click on this and we can crop out all that messy stuff. All right, let's just crop this down. Don't I look hideous? Awesome stuff. Now let's drag this into our timeline. We'll do like a B-roll. Now we'll click on this and let's go in and see how the green screen works. So super easy. Let's go. We'll choose masks and keying, green screen key layer. And did it work? So oops, did I have the wrong clip selected? I don't know. Where are we? Disable, reset. I've not used this. I haven't done this before. So, man, why are you not giving? Oh, do I have to do? Hang on a minute. Let's. I don't know how to delete these. Do you swipe? Yes, swipe to get rid of them. Color adjustments, blur. Is it? We'll try this removal mask. See, it kind of did it. Kind of did it. That's the new technology Apple's offered us to do green screen stuff. All right, so we've removed that. This is the first time I've used the keying. Green screen key. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So now we can go in here and we can mess with this and fill up the gaps till we've got everything in as how we want. And we can change the strength. So you've got a lot of options here. So the chroma roll off. And now. So the chroma key is really, really good. See you later, Michael. No problem. Hope it's helped you made a decision on if you want to use this thing or not. So the chroma key, I know Joe's probably sitting there going, hey, but what's a chroma key like? What's a chroma key like? It works really good. So you've got light wrap. You can mix this in. So yeah, the chroma key's cool. And let's make something with the chroma key. Actually, something a little bit better. Well, shall we? I'm not going to cover today, because it's just going to go way too long, is all of this. We'll do this in another show because there's so much more. You've got all these effects. Look at these effects, transitions, tiles, backgrounds, objects. There's even music in here that you can use. And there is so much stuff. Color adjustments, so they're basically LUTs in here that are here for you. You've got audio stuff. Heaps of audio stuff, compressors, helium voices. You've got so many effects with our transitions. Got all these cool transitions you can just drag down over a clip. Let's just show you something really quick. Grab this, drag it in over this clip here, hit play. The transitions are absolutely stunning. Stunning. So we'll take a look at those in another episode. Yeah, where we'll go a bit deeper. Helium voices, you got everything. It's really wicked. And you can just click between your browser, yeah, and your effects up the top here. But let's get out of this project. Let's bin this for now. I'll show you how I've been doing my opening hour clips. So you can see here's my opening hour clips, which I've been editing in. I download the track from the opening hour. So these are the best of opening hours. Really simple, because I can go in here. You can see all I've really done is gone into the clip, added a fade in and fade out, and then in the animate section, I've just done a fade in and fade out down there. Super easy to crop the huge video. It's a no-brainer. It's been so quick to put these together, quicker than anything else. And then to export, you've got the option to export video with sound or audio. Let's do an export, and you get all these options. So include video, audio, or just video. You can choose from these presets, high quality, default. If you've got default here, you can choose the codecs. So you can go Apple ProRes. I mean, you've got everything here. Resolutions, MP4, MOV file, and you can even choose the quality of the color. Super easy. You hit export and it's done. Lets you choose where to save it. It's a no-brainer. Really, really wicked stuff. So you can see, yeah, I've done a lot of my recent videos. So in this episode of the Daily Digest, I'm going to show you how to create a simple and effective vocal chain if you are coming across from GarageBand on iOS over to Logic Pro for iPad, because it can be so even crossfades, like where I hate jump cuts, I preferred crossfades. Channel strip. You can see here. So it does remember that for you. Of course, you'd have to go. We've got a little crossfade that happens. Mix the settings again. And look, we've got bus sends already set up. It kept the bus sends. We'll name this. That was a jump cut. Change this to vocal template. So crossfades are a really cool thing too. You can find in the in here your crossfades. Let's just quickly look at this section. So you can change the percentage. You can zoom to your screen. You can zoom out. You can go large and zoom right in, and then move around your palette here by dragging around. Go back to 100% or actual size. There's the actual size of the clip. You can zoom to 50. You can pinch to fit you can go into full screen over here as well. You can change the background of your video from black to white. You can change your playback performance. If it's running a bit sluggish, you can go to quality or performance. You can add guides as well. So you can add your center guides, your safe area if you're doing broadcast television or anything like that, yeah. You can snap to edges, snap to center. So lots of options in here for your screen. And I haven't even had time to do this. The video scopes, you've got waveforms for your video scopes, your vector scope, and your histogram for all of your color grading. Really, really wicked stuff. Yeah. Plus, let's turn these off. If you really want to save some space, you can go picture in picture and you can drag this thing wherever you want. So your project media is a much larger view, and then you could drag your jog wheel down with the image here so you can see what's happening down there. Really neat, this thing, and you can drag this, pop it anywhere to the left and right. To pop it out the way, you want to bring it back, just click down here and hit exit picture in picture and it goes up there. Super, super neat, and it's so smooth, very buttery smooth. So there's that. Again, we'll cover the color grading and we'll cover the all the effects and stuff in the next video I do on this. I just want to show you how cool this is. Let's make something fresh. Let's make something with a green screen and a background, right? So we'll just call this a green screen demo, and then we'll get out of here and play our featured artist today. See you later, many vibes. Have a great day. All right, so do I have anything to add here? You know what? Let's do something off the cuff. I'm just going to start a blank project like this. And I'm going to jump out of here and pop over to YouTube. And let's just do this. Let's just do a search for, I don't know, green screen dinosaur. Yeah, see what we can find. Well, would you look at that? We've got some green screen dinosaurs straight away. Let's turn down the volume in case there's any content ID music. Well, that looks cool, doesn't it? And it looks like there's a whole bunch of different things in here. Remember, like Leela said in her thing today, make sure if you're going to download things from YouTube and get videos like this, make sure they say they're royalty free. Don't rip things off. This says it's royalty free. I don't know how true that is. I'm going to take this dude's word for it. But what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this, and I can't be bothered downloading it. So what we're going to do, let's see if we can increase the quality. See, it's 360p. Let's make it, oh, it's only a low quality video. Let's see if we can find something a little bit more high quality. What's this one? This one looks a little bit high quality. Minute 13. Green screen magic. Lucky I've got the volume turned down. All right, let's zoom in. That looks cool. Okay, so let's move this to about here. And I'm going to swipe down from the bottom corner and just hit screen record. Oops, not that. Screen record. And let's wait till it's recording. It's recording. Hit play. Just do a quick screen record of this green screen creature. That'll do. That's all we need for this example. Stop. That'll save to my photos. Now let's do a search for, rain forest still video or something. Here we go. Look at this. Is this a still? It's Discovery. That'll do just for now. Just for the example of this. So we've got this nice little clip here. I can do a swipe down, screen record. Of course, you can find lots of footage. Oh, man. Really? That's not what I wanted to do. Let's stop that screen record. I should have watched more of it before doing that. Forest stream. Here we go. This one will do. So it's just a nice little water scene here. This ain't going to look perfect. I'm just showing you for an example. So we'll hit screen record here. And here we go. We're just screen recording this. Lovely. We'll get a bit of this. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this dinosaur in here and make it run across this kind of scene just to show you how easy it is to make stuff like this. We'll wait a little bit longer. Okay. That'll do. Stop screen recording. Stop this. And now we have two videos in here. Let's head back over to Final Cut Pro. We can import these videos in here from our Photos app. There they are. So we've got this one here. Boom. And this one here. Add. They're in there. Let's edit them. Let's use our jog wheel. Look at that. Perfect. There's our first clip. Let's go into this one, and are we all good? We'll just trim this a little bit here. And we'll bring the jog wheel down a little bit so it's not in the way. That'll do. And we'll drag this in now into our timeline. We'll drag our dinosaur on top. And now I'm just going to, let's just remove this dinosaur, sorry. We'll make this so it fits full screen. So I'm going to go into inspect. Let's make sure the clip is 100% scale to fit. So now that's fitting the whole screen. Nice and easy to do that. There we go. There's our lovely video. I'm going to go in here and just change this also to make it a little bit brighter. Let's go in and change our effects. We'll add our color adjustment. So we'll add some contrast to this, some exposure, so it's a little bit brighter. Hey, Marcane Asunder. Okay, now let's bring in our dinosaur. Whoops. We'll grab our dinosaur and chuck him on here. And you can see this is too small. So now that's selected, we're going back into our inspect again and we'll scale to fit as well. So now that green screen is working. Good. Let's go into our effects and add a mask and keying, green screen keyer. And let's see. Look at that. It did a pretty good job straight away. Boom. Look how easy that was. Let's go full screen and check out our little dinosaur. Awesome. How cool does that look? For something that I didn't even really plan, that came out pretty good. So let's trim this. And another thing you'll notice here too, when you're dragging these handles, when you've got, because you're up here, you've got your snapping. So when you've got snapping off, you'll notice you can drag it wherever you want. Yeah. But with this, if we turn on snapping up here, it will always snap to the clip above or the clip that it's heading to. So now when we go back here, we need some music, don't we? We definitely need some kind of terrifying music or like a sound effect of a dinosaur. Can we do that? Should we do that? We're running out of time. Let's go full screen and watch this again. Wonderful. So our green screen works really well. Geez, that's so well placed. I can't believe how good that turned out. Now, what happened there? Did I cut the video too short? I think I did. Oh, no, so it did actually end there. There we go. So that's where it ended. Is there sound? Let me have a look. I don't want to get a claim. All right, let's talk about this now because we've got sound, but it's all mismatched. So let's go up here to our options and we'll go into our expand all clips. So now what you'll see has happened, it's split the audio from each of the clips. So now we can go in here and we can mess with these clips. So the bottom clip is the water. Let's turn on our volume so we can bring this down a little bit. And now we should have a bit of an even mix. So we can even turn up this dinosaur a little bit, give it a bit more loudness. Pretty damn cool. So super easy to add stuff. And once you want to get rid of, here's the thing just to remember too. See how I've got this audio clip selected, right? If I go back now here to options and go into appearance, and go into collapse all clips, they all collapse really well there. But sometimes if you've got an audio clip, a certain audio clip selected, it will stay outside. So that's one thing you've got to be aware of. But now that clip is in there. So super easy to go in and expand these so you can see what the audio is doing. Wicked, wicked stuff. And again, you can pile. Let's just do it. Let's grab this dinosaur again. We'll drag this on top, up here. All right. And what we'll do is we'll click on this one, go to inspect. We want to go up here to the effects, copy effects. Now click on the new one and hit paste effects. And look at that. It has gone in and taken away all the trouble. All the trouble of going in there and messing with the green screen again. Yeah. All we have to do is now do the same thing for the size. Remember? So we change the size of this to scale and fit, or we can just do that. So now we can have multiple clips on top and just keep adding them pretty much. Or, I don't know, let's take this one here, click on it, and let's move it around a bit. So if we go into here, we can now take this and move this one over here. Or we could even flip it as well. I'm pretty sure. Where is our flip? Anchor point. I can't remember where we flip. Is it in here? Scale to flip? No. I can't remember where we flip stuff around. Or maybe I'm missing something, but we can do that also somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. See you later, Mark. I'm going to get out of here in a minute. I've gone way too long. I'm sorry for that. Crop tools. I can't even remember where we flip stuff. That sucks. But now we've got 2 of them and you can just pile them up. Really, I had 20 tracks in here, which was super impressive. Go full screen. We'll end with watching this. Now you probably noticed you could see a black line because I'd moved this second one down, right? So what would we do there is we'd actually take this second file and make it a little bit bigger. So this dinosaur's a bit bigger. Let's do that. Let's go back here. And now we shouldn't have this black line. Up the top. Wicked, wicked, wicked stuff. I think this thing's incredible. Join me again and we'll come back and we'll take a look at all of the, we'll take a look at all, yeah. The other thing I didn't look at too, there's so much, man, is the cropping. So with our crop, you can crop stuff out as well too. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's just make that a bit bigger so you can see our crop. Click on this, go to a crop. And with our crop tools, you can do some serious cropping here. We'll use it with this one. So you can see I can crop out all of this. We can shrink this. So you've got lots of cropping options as well here to crop these all the way down. Yeah. Resize so you can crop. You can scale to fit your crops. Ken Burns, auto crops. We'll cover the auto crops with for stuff like, in fact, you know what? Let's just do it now. We'll create one more project. And what I'm going to do is import a file from my documents. This was last week's opening hour, and I want to make a short this time. Let's just cancel this. So when I go into timeline settings, I'm going to go into custom and choose portrait, right? So I want to make a short. So we hit continue. Going to go into my files, into documents, where I have last week's opening hour video where I did everyone's covers. And I want to make a short of me singing the Lily Pilly song. So here's our clip, which is the wrong size. I can drag this in here. And now let's crop this. Let's find the beginning of the song. Number 2. There's an album coming out really soon. It's probably here. Here we go. So we've got some Lily Pillies. But look at it. It's the wrong size. I don't want that. I don't want this size here. I want it to fit and be much bigger. I'm just going to go into this color conversion thing. Change this to brightness so it's a bit brighter. Here's what you can do. We can go in here to our crop tools and we can select auto crop. And it'll ask you, scan and analyze clips to automatically keep your subject in the frame. And it'll do a scan and look at this video. I probably should have, let's cancel this. I probably should have chopped this down first. So we've just got the whole song. Let's see where the song ends. Okay, so it ends there. Let's do a split. Delete. Here's our clip. And it's already kind of started to do it. Yeah, look at that. Start scan. So it'll now do a scan of this clip and it'll try and find the subject, the main subject of the clip, and it'll put it into this letterbox and actually follow it around. It's super, super clever stuff because I make shorts every day and this just takes the headache out of resizing to make a 16:9 fit into a short. Because, you know, shorts are the thing until they're not, which probably won't be far away. I don't think shorts are taken off. But anyway, and now when we play this, well, it kind of worked. But the thing is, you can go in and you can edit it down as well too. Because it's added keyframes to it in a way. The way it works. It's pretty cool. Yes, it is AI. It uses AI to do it. It's wicked. Really sick. Really, really sick stuff. Apple, you've done a fantastic job. And here's the thing. I know if you wanted to use your external card SSDs and you know memory to work on stuff and not have it on your iPad, it sucks. It will come. It will be a thing. But at this point, if that's the only problem I see with it. Plus, the only other problem is you can't import Final Cut Pro projects from Mac. Or is it the other way around? I can't remember which way it is. I think you can only import them from iPad to Mac, but you can't import them from Mac to iPad. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, we're going to do another show on this maybe next week, and we'll take a look at all the rest of the cool features in here. But hopefully this has helped you out to help you decide to maybe give it a go. Remember, you get a month's trial with it. So, they're not asking you to pay up front. You get a month to dick around with it, see if it's worth it for you. If not, there's, as we said in the beginning, LumaFusion's amazing. DaVinci Resolve is free and amazing as well. So we just have so many options here on iOS at the moment. You can't complain, man. You should be able to make some really, really cool video clips. I'll be using this during Songtember to make a video clip. Plus, stay tuned to the channel because guess what? We are going to be very soon looking at an incredible AI video creation tool where all you have to do is just import your song and it'll make a video clip. But that will be happening very soon, so keep your eyes glued to the channel. What is happening tomorrow? Let me tell you very quickly what's going on in the next couple of days. We have speakers tomorrow from Audio Thing. This app is really damn cool. Wait till you see what it does to music. It is just sick. I really love this. I didn't think I would like it, but it's Audio Thing, and they always come up with something really, really cool. The day after that, we are interviewing Brad Example's mum, Deborah Example. She's going to come on and show all of her art and creativity, and that's going to be heaps of fun. So hopefully you'll love that. Plus, this week we are continuing on with the opening hour, singing your covers on the wheel. So there's plenty of songs still left on the wheel. Your song could be in there that I will be singing. And right now, we're going to wrap up the show with somebody who's in the audience who I love very much. He was a dear, dear friend. He is a very inspiring human being to me. I love him so much. His music is incredible. And I don't know, I think this is only the second time I've played his music here on the show. He is today's featured artist. His name is Mike Shaner. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And this is a brand new song of his, which is called I'll Make You Feel Good. I feel good. And we're going to go out of here with this song right now. So thank you for hanging out. If you really like the video, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe and all that kind of jazz. If you're getting value out of it, it does really help with the algorithm and all that stuff. And I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And we'll all rise together. We'll see you tomorrow.
Boom. Boom. This is the metalhead hippie here, and don't send me your songs. Right on, right on. I don't care about your music. Boom. Boom. Boom to the boom. Because you all suck. And don't send me any money either, and don't email me. Boom. Right on. Boom.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better.